Hello, and welcome back, guys. Bushcraft family with another video. And hopefully this one gets through some people out there that may be preppers or not even preppers. Some that, might be thinking about it. Now, I plainly put it in the title. Without this, you will die. Plain and simple. I don't know how more simple I can make it, but so many times we have preppers that will buy thousands and thousands of dollars worth of, MREs and all the fancy number 10 cans of dehydrated and freeze-dried this and that. So they have they spent all this money on this stuff. But they have a few cases of bottled water, which doesn't make sense at all. Food's good and all, yeah, but you got 3 days you can survive without water. 3 days. And the last couple days will be very bad on you. It's not like in the movies where they pass away and it's all they're sleeping and all this stuff and you're gone. No, it's extremely painful. Your brain shuts down. Your other things in your body shut down, and it's extremely painful. And I'm not talking by experience or anything, but look it up. I mean, look it up. Everybody should know this information because water is the second most important thing that you need for life. The first one being oxygen. But we're going to go through this again about this water. I can try to jab it in somebody's head a little bit more. Lack of water will kill you quicker than pretty much anything, except for, oxygen. You can live under a bush. There's so many things that you can survive, but you can't survive without that water. Now, say something happens and we'll go for power outage. Okay, EMP, power goes off. So a lot of major cities have it to where they can run on a generator for 2 weeks. Okay. A lot of smaller towns are gravity fed, meaning they have a big water tank up somewhere filled with water, that is gravity fed to the small town or whatnot. Some have pumps that pump the water up, whatever the case may be. Now I'm going to look at it two different ways here. You got 2 weeks. Okay. There'll be some that, once this happens and power's gone, but they have water, they will be going around everywhere in their house trying to fill up everything they can because, oh no, we're going to run out of water. It's a little late, but you get the point. That water, fine. You got 2 weeks. Now, that's if there is somebody willing enough to be away from their family to go down there and keep that water purified. I'll say purified because, most places the water is not purified. And I'll get to this. a lot of the water treatment places is there's so many filters and reverse osmosis and UV lights that filter this water. Now, after that's done, they actually add in chemicals to help clean it. And there's also a chemical to force all those chemicals down to the bottom of the tanks. Now, all this being said, unless there's somebody there to do all this, or if they have a stockpile of this stuff, if there's not chemicals being added to that water is contaminated. If not just from the sheer grossness of things coming in, but the fact that the chemicals they add in it to make all the chemicals they do add to it to clean it fall to the bottom, so that you don't get that nastiness, and that gets removed. But again, if there's nobody there to operate this place, that water is contaminated, and by the time you get it, it's hard to say what kind of state that's in, what kind of stuff it's in that. You could be drinking from a reservoir that has dead bodies in it, radioactive materials. There's I could go over numbers and numbers of different things that could be contaminating that water. Farms, pesticides, it goes on and on that gets treated. If those pumps are not working, or there's nobody there running this facility, you're going to be getting that stuff. And that's for people to rely on that magic thing when you turn that knob and crystal clean water comes out of nowhere. It just appears. Everybody is so brainwashed about water nowadays. All they do is turn a switch, turn a little knob, and it appears. It's magic. What happens if that magic's gone? Where do you get your water? Do you have a supply enough to last a month? A week? 3 days? Let alone 6 months after the fact that something bad would happen. And they say if an EMP hit and wiped out all the grid across the United States, it could take up to 10 years to fully repair the grid. 10 years. Could you go that long without water? No, you can't. And this is the thing that I try to get into people. And right now is the time. I mean, prices for this stuff is going up and up and up. And okay, 2020 came. What was the two things that everybody went and got? Bottled water and toilet paper. I understand the water. Toilet paper, not so much. I do have a supply of my own toilet paper, but I'm not going to grab toilet paper over water or, food. But everybody went for that toilet paper and water. You've seen people coming out of stores with carts full of water. In this area, right now, it is extremely hard to get a hold of water because nobody is drinking water from the tap. Everybody is drinking water from bottles now. And fortunately, these people don't pay attention. Oh, they buy it from store. It's good. Yeah. They go and buy this bottled water in the little little jugs, not knowing where it comes from, what part of the state that it comes from, and what they use to clean their water and things like that. There is a water company that's not too far from a place in Ohio that had an accident with a train. People are buying that water up left and right because it comes from, you know, Wally World. It's good water, yeah. Gotta do your research, people. Not saying there's nothing wrong with the water, but can you guarantee this for your family? You guarantee, you look at your family in the face and say, I guarantee this water is good. Now, there's many different ways of filtering water. You can run it through a variety of filters, you know, charcoal, all this, but won't take out bacteria or microorganisms or chemicals for that matter. You have to actually sterilize this, and a lot of ways they do this is, again, through chemicals or ultraviolet lights or reverse osmosis. And again, a lot of these are not 100%. You can boil your water, which is good, but you have to make sure that there are certain things not in the water, because it can actually, boiling it could make the water even worse. So this is when you need to know where this water comes from. Rivers and lakes. Do you know everything that's floating in that water? Be it a river or a lake? Do you know if there's any, it's hard to say what kind of thing, epidemic or what caused this pandemic or whatever it was that could happen. Are there dead bodies in these waters, or dead animals, or humans, or hard to say? Do you know everything that's in that? These are things that you need to know, and you need to do research on how to figure this stuff out. It's just not, you know, turn that little knob and here comes crystal clean water. These are things that you need to know. And it could be, you know, spray from airplanes or things like this to make it easier to take over this country, or who knows? And this could be anywhere in any country. And this is why I'm trying to put more of this into everybody's head about the importance of water. It is so important. And it's not that magic thing that you turn that knob and poof, you have water. Because one day you turn that knob, you could have poison, or you could just have nothing there. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Seriously. That's why people need to start preparing have a stockpile of water and have resources on how to clean water from whatever source you can find. That's about all I can say on this. It's very important that, you know, water's important. That's all I can say. Without water, you will die. Plain and simple. Until next time, God bless.